What up, what up? This is Finance, Fitness, and Folk channel. We discuss finance, a little bit of fitness, talk about some folk. So in today's episode, I'm going to discuss why you should pay your child support. So admin notes, thanks again to all the subscribe to the channel. I endeavor to keep pushing your video out, give you leverage, do better yourselves. So let's get into it. So why you should pay your child support. So I think it's self-explanatory, and to a certain degree, I probably shouldn't. I should not have to do this video, but a lot of times when I make videos or I think about content to make, a lot of times it's inspirational driven, meaning that I've either seen something or somebody told me something, and I think, okay, well, maybe that's a good topic I should talk about, and then also do some research. And the research that I did on this particular topic was on YouTube, because a lot of times when I do content, I want to see exactly, is there any content already out there on the particular subject? And there is. I'm not exactly sure if my algorithm affects what I see when I try to do research like that. But what the main thing that I saw anytime I put child support in to try to search for stuff like that was how to not pay child support or how to reduce your child support, right? So I don't know, man. Like this is a channel that I do speak about facts, and I do try to put input that's going to benefit whoever's listening to the video. But sometimes I can put in personal opinions as well. You know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely going to state that anytime I do that. So this is my personal opinion on this particular subject as far as why you should pay child support. I mean, there are some legal things that is facts that I will speak about. But for the most part, this is just how I feel about it, right? And I do understand that sometimes feelings get you in trouble, and there's a lot of times we say as men we shouldn't be feeling about something. But at the end of the day, as men, we do have feelings, and we do have ways to use our emotions to a certain degree, whatever, to not necessarily drive ourselves to decisions, but to kind of guide us a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm very analytical, and I definitely take in all facts and all data before I make a decision on anything. I don't go off of feelings when it comes to making decisions. But this particular subject is definitely can be controversial because, like I had said on a previous video a while back, I made a video about what was the topic I made on that? I was talking about this guy that had got married, that had got divorced from his wife, and the child support was killing him, right? And I was saying that the person was trying to get theirs reduced because their income had reduced, right? And the ex-wife was like, no, it's going to change my cost of living, all those other things. And I'm pretty sure that, and I had some comments on that video as well, and I'm pretty sure a lot of guys kind of felt exactly how the ex-husband felt. Like, say if I'm not making the income that I was before, then legally it should be reduced, because basically you're going to make me live off of barely 10% of my income. Who can live like that, right? But here's my thing, and yeah, here's my thing on that, right? So first of all, I'm not saying anything about about the ex-husband and the ex-wife that I was talking about in that previous video. They were married, you know what I'm saying? So having kids in marriage, that's fine. That's what God ordained. He wants us to be fruitful and multiply, right? So having kids inside of marriage is fine. But if you're a guy and you just running around here and just making babies with just women, and you're just not being responsible from that aspect, then what makes you think that you should be given a free pass or given some leeway when it comes to you paying for your own children that you made, that you chose to make it? You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whether you thought that the woman was on some type of birth control, or she told you she was, or you decided you wanted not to use protection on your own to not have a baby. At the end of the day, I mean, like, basically, this is your seed. You're supposed to be doing these things, right? And one of the reasons why you should pay child support, especially it's actually putting it as a court order, is because the woman can always come back and say that you didn't pay anything. And then whatever you was paying before would be considered a gift. And then you have to, and then possibly, the court could come back and say that we're going to backdate what you should have paid court order money, right? There was this NBA player that I saw on the video, maybe like a year or so ago, and this was the same scenario with him. He had paid millions of dollars to his child's mother for a long time. I'm not exactly sure if it was from birth until the child was 18, but at least over 10 years. And then for whatever reason, and they had never married. They was never married. For whatever reason, the woman goes to court and court orders the child support, and then the judge like, well, whatever you gave her was a gift. He had receipts and everything. He kept everything documented. He showed the judge literally that he had paid millions of dollars, not thousands, but millions of dollars over these years to take care of his child. And the judge pretty much said that was a gift because it wasn't court order. So it's just a crazy thing, you know what I'm saying? But one of the things about being masculine and just being a man is be able to take care of your kids financially, you know what I'm saying? And I gotta say this one more time, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I said it in some videos before. The world doesn't owe you understanding at all, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know for myself, all my kids are inside marriage, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have a child that I wasn't married to the mom, right? And I was very careful about that before I got married, because I did not want to be in a situation, respectfully, how my mom was, as far as like her being a single mom, because I didn't want to make a single mom, right? Because I already saw how hard it was for my mom to take care of me and my brother being single, not being married, right? So I didn't want that to happen for any children that I had. So that's the reason why I chose not to, intentionally try to get somebody pregnant without being married to them. But paying your child support is just a moral thing for you to do for your child. And if that holds you back from building wealth beforehand, then it is what it is. You decided to have a child, right? That's just the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should not be trying to build wealth if you're behind on child support. That's just the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're saving should be exactly, whatever you save right now should be given right to your child for child support. And, I understand a lot of guys may be like, I'm paying so much that, like, there's no way that my children needs all that money. I'm pretty sure that some of the money that I'm giving to my child is actually taking care of the mom as well. Hey, that comes with the territory, guy. That really does, you know what I'm saying? You can try to kind of parse and try to figure out exactly what she's using for the child and what she's using for herself. But at the end of the day, or whatever, as a man, you shouldn't be concerned about that. You know what I'm saying? At all. All you should be concerned about is that you're doing your due diligence to make sure that you're paying what you're supposed to be paying court ordered to your child, period. You know what I'm saying? Don't care about what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you chose to have a child with a woman that you did not marry. Or maybe you don't even want to marry her. You know what I'm saying? But the child's here. So guess what? As a responsible man, as a responsible adult, it's your responsibility to take care of that child. You know what I'm saying? And I think guys get confused with that. I think a lot of guys out here are very responsible when it comes to, having sex freely and not being protective of themselves. Child support is a very controversial thing to talk about, because a lot of men think that it's a rigged system. I'm not going to deny that. I think that there are some things in family court, and there are some things in the legal system that definitely screws men over when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? But the ultimate reason why you're paying is because you got somebody pregnant and the person had the child. So, regardless of what happens on the back end of that, on the negative side, the bottom line is that it was your choice. Now, if a child is born, not necessarily by accident, I don't believe in accident when it comes to children. But let's say that the child wasn't playing. Hey, that was God's will, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no getting around it. You know what I'm saying? The child wasn't playing, it's God's will. So, all in all, you need to pay your child support, you know what I'm saying? And make sure that you're taking care of, you're doing your due diligence to take care of your child, because at the end of the day, your responsibility, you're the man, all right? Like, comment, subscribe. I endeavor to keep putting this video out. Give you leverage. Do better yourselves. Find Fitness and Folk. Triple F, I'm gone.